Hi, this is a short interview guide which I hope you will find useful. I would start by saying that a lot of this is common sense. You're not going to learn anything brand new within this guide. However, it's amazing how many times people do mess up interviews, either preparation for interviews or at the interview, by not taking all of these points into consideration. So I hope this is helpful. You should aim to give yourself plenty of time to arrive at the interview. Much better to sit in a coffee shop round the corner because you're early than to arrive late and be flustered and start off on the wrong footing. It's also applicable to make sure you've got enough time for the interview. The last thing you want to be doing is clock watching whilst in an interview because you're panicking about getting to another meeting. So allow yourself ample time either side of the interview. Secondly, research the business you're going to be interviewed by. Look on their website, look on LinkedIn to see if the individual you're seeing has a LinkedIn profile. Basically try and get as much information about the business as you can prior to going in there. Go through your CV in some detail prior to the interview. Make sure you're aware of projects and clients you have listed on the CV and what your role or involvement was within that project or client. Where I find a lot of people unravel in interviews is where they get asked a question about a section of their CV that they cannot adequately answer, and then this kind of sends them off in a spin and they lose the thread of the interview. Be clear on your career aspirations, be able to articulate where you want to be over the next, say, 5 to 10 years, and also why you're interested in that particular organisation. Lastly, in terms of preparation, just make sure you're up to date on industry news. Be clear on what projects are going on within your sector, what the major clients are up to, etc. The more knowledgeable you appear about your industry, the more impressive that will be to a potential employer. So at the interview itself, firstly, I would recommend dressing up rather than dressing down. Much better that you go to a meeting looking too smart than the opposite and you make the wrong impression with that organisation. When you meet the person interviewing you, give them a firm handshake and maintain eye contact. And for that matter, maintain eye contact throughout the whole interview. It can be one of the most distracting things for somebody interviewing somebody when the individual does not maintain eye contact. Lastly, at the interview, have some questions prepared to ask them. It shows interest and it shows that you've done your research on the organisation. It always goes down well. So I hope you found this short interview guide useful. As I said previously, most of this is common sense. I've not taught you anything earth-shattering here. The thing to remember is that you do look at all of these points collectively so that you are prepared and do yourself justice at the interview. And lastly, good luck.